Hey everybody, today we're going to be tying the new MC Boss Hogg crawfish pattern. We've got a new tail design. It looks kind of like a hellgrammite, looks kind of like a crayfish. You can, like a lot of our other patterns, you can dress it up, dress it down. The one we're going to do today has got a EP woolly brush on it. Very basic pattern. Again, number 2 4x long streamer hook. You can actually tie it on a 4 also. You might have to cut the material a little short, but as far as the tail length is concerned, 2 or a 4, but looks really good on a number 2 hook. This is the Gamakatsu 4x long streamer hook. Lots of options from Mustad and Tiemco and favorite hook companies, but just a standard 4x long streamer hook. I'm going to put some silly legs here at the back end of the fly. It's something you can add if you want to, or you can leave it plain and just let the double tails of this new material do the job for you. Dumbbell eyes, using a regular lead size large dumbbell eye, and just like a lot of things, using flat wax, Danville's flat wax nylon to put this on. So figure 8 around those dumbbell eyes, make sure they're on nice and sturdy. Very simple pattern, just a couple of materials. You know, you can do it with just chenille or a nice brush like this. We like these EP woolly brushes. It's got a lot of little silly legs coming out the side. This adds some movement to your fly just by palmering it forward. So just basic palmer. I do kind of pull the material back as I wrap forward just to make sure that nothing gets bound down. Also, on the top side of the fly, I'm going to end up pulling some of those fibers and legs up that way because where we're going to put our new suede tail material on the hook point side of the fly, we're going to flatten that out, even trim some of the bulk out of it. So we want all those buggy fibers and leg fibers to be coming out of the sides and on the back side of the fly. And do a little figure 8 around the head with your brush just to cover those lead eyes. And tie it off in the front. We're just going to finish the front end of this fly with just some thread. Of course, you could put some rubber legs off the front too if you want to make it extra sporty and buggy looking. Use the back side of your scissors to cut that thin wire. And then just really tie it off. Here you can even put a knot on because we're going to end up taking the hook out to get the tail on here in a second. But what you'll notice I'm doing, I'm kind of teasing the material around, again, to the sides. So those legs will protrude out the side. And on the underside of the fly, I'm going to take some scissors and just kind of trim a flat spot. We're going to put the tail on the hook itself and then tie it off in the front. But we are going to put some glue down and again show you another just quick easy trick with Loctite control gel and silly legs or rubber legs. You know, you can tie your rubber legs in, wrap the material around, try to get them to get situated properly, or you know, once you have a nice little flat plane like we've got here, you can take some Loctite gel or Loctite control gel, and lay your silly legs on it, let that dry, and then we'll end up putting our tail tab over the top. So, obviously seeing a lot of similarities between this fly and, you know, the original Crittermite and Clawdad style patterns from Chuck. Simple materials, but just a new look and new profile, especially in waters that are heavily pressured. Give those bass something new to look at. Just getting those rubber legs kind of situated, oriented the right way, kind of where I'm happy with the angle of them. Get them down in that glue. Once they're set, just let them sit there, let that glue dry a little bit. I'm getting that glue all the way down to the base of the hook. and the wire, the core. So these rubber legs aren't going to pull out. They can break just like if you had them tied in. Um, I prefer this method. It saves me a little frustration in getting them situated and oriented properly. So if you have your thread tied off, you're going to pull your hook out of the vise. I'm measuring here, but basically right where those two legs kind of come together in the crotch, if you will, of the tail, we're going to put that hook right through the middle of that suede. Just make sure you get the point right where you want it before you go through, because it's going to be hard to get that material off once it's on. You can see I'm just lining it up there. Pull it through. Put it back in your vise the regular way you put your hook in. Don't try to put your hook in upside down or anything tricky. Just put it in this way, and then we'll rotate it around. Get the legs situated out of the way. And again, you're going to tie that point of that tail end up right by the eye of the hook. But I do like to, again, lay down a little base of glue. It'll hold that tail end nice and straight and also very flat. So when that fish picks it up, you're going to get a very, very quick and clean hook set as well. And it'll just keep everything, all those rubber legs, that brush, everything in place for just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fish. These materials are robust and don't fall apart. So I got that glue on there, kind of laying it down, sandwich it nice and flat, and then just going to wrap my thread around. Depending on how much material you have left, you obviously don't want to crowd the eye of the hook. If there's not enough room to get your scissors in there, just take your bodkin, and a lot of times you can just fold that tab back slightly. It's a pretty thin point. And you'll see here, once I have it wrapped down, it kind of compresses, and you can just cover it with thread. And that tail's locked in the front, locked in the back, and it's got glue all along the way. Just kind of come back and smash it down. Give it a whip finish or two. Obviously, you can coat that however you want with your UV material or Hard as Hull or Sally Hansen's or Loctite or just regular old head cement, however you want it to look. Some people will paint the lead eyes to match, but this is such an effective fly, quick, easy. Once you get in kind of the mode of tying these in production, you'll be able to knock out, a fly in 4 or 5 minutes. And again, just simple, easy, and will withstand a lot of fish. I'm cutting all the rubber legs here, silly legs on the side. Again, use silly legs, whatever color you want. Medium round rubber legs, and that's it. Simple and just an absolute fish catching machine. Just grab some of these tails, whatever body materials you want, and have at it.